Hi, today is June 17th, 2020. This is Chadwick Eisman from gab.com/Chadwick Eisman, bitchute.com/Chadwick Eisman, and minds.com/Chadwick Eisman. So today's topic is actually going to cover how I put out content between those three platforms just mentioned, especially over this past month or 2 months, comparatively to, say, longer ago, 3 months ago. I might have been putting out different things about different topics. At this moment, I've been putting out a lot about podcasts, about what I'm talking about now, and I've also been putting out DJ Chadwick stuff as far as content goes, and I've also been doing a lot of just random thoughts throughout the day on places such as Gab. So the first content that I really want to get into is the DJ Chadwick stuff, because that's kind of the most relevant to explain my strategy, and that it's the most fun thing to create in a way, especially when it comes to being able to use Adobe products, which are a shit ton of fun to me. I really enjoy Adobe products. I really enjoy Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects a bit, not so much as Premiere. Premiere is my favorite for video, and then there's Adobe Lightroom, which I consistently use for photos, and also there's Photoshop, which is kind of like Adobe After Effects in a way, in that it's not quite up there with what I use the most commonly, but it's still a really good one. I would say if I had to rate those four platforms that I just named on Adobe from 1 to 4, my favorite to least favorite would be Adobe Premiere on the top, number 1 favorite. Under that would be Lightroom CC, the quick one. There's two Lightrooms now. There's the older Lightroom, and there's the newer one. I'm talking about the Lightroom CC. That one's one that I use because it's really quick, and I enjoy the quickness of being able to go into it and change the coloring real quick, and then save something and export it. And then third on the list. So far we have Adobe Premiere number 1, and then number 2 was Adobe Lightroom CC, and then under that is going to be Photoshop. I like Photoshop because it's also semi-quick, and I'm able to just throw something in there and then export it out. And there's a lot more detail, and you got to spend a bit more time in creating on there. So that's if you're more into, if I feel like spending some time on the photo that I'm about to put out of any kind. So that's number 3 on the list is Photoshop. Then number 4 on the list is obviously the last one, which is Adobe After Effects. So rated 1 to 4, I got Adobe Premiere, Adobe Lightroom CC, Adobe Photoshop, and then Adobe After Effects. And then there's a whole bunch of other Adobe programs that are sometimes cool to mess with, and they're fun to mess with. But those are the main 4 that I use consistently more than anything at this time being. And I haven't even used Photoshop or After Effects in quite a long time, so I don't even know why I'm talking about those in this blog about my content strategy for Minds, Bitchute, and Gab, which is the whole point of this blog. So I'm gonna get back into that now. Take a sip of this iced tea I'm drinking here. All right, so I want to talk about my DJ Chadwick content strategy at the moment, and also my podcasting strategy. So my DJ Chadwick strategy is I take a long form video of myself as DJ Chadwick, got the music going, upload that to Bitchute, got 20-minute. Alright, I put that onto Adobe Premiere. That's what I do first. I put it onto Adobe Premiere, and how I do that is I take the camera card out of the camera, pop that into my PC, then that goes onto Adobe Premiere, and then when I'm in Adobe Premiere, I edit in maybe a title, and I also edit in possibly some voiceovers or any kind of effects that I want to add, some basic effects to make it look more like it's has a nice intro to it, which is kind of like an artsy thing that I like to do. And then once that's completed, I can do a couple things. I can cut that video. I also put in the audio, which was recorded through Ableton, from the DJ set, and I take that audio from Ableton and I export that out and I put that into Adobe Premiere Pro. And once it's in Adobe Premiere Pro with the video stuff, it's all in the one program now. Then I can cut it up and export it like the first 30 seconds of the video after I edited it. So, and put out the promo for the video, which kind of just shows a 30-second clip so people can see what they're about to get into, possibly, if they're interested in it. And then after that, I have the full video, which I post on Bitchute. And I also make sure to, at some point before posting it on Bitchute and exporting it from Adobe Premiere, I make sure to get a photo from Adobe Premiere Pro, which makes things fast, to make a cover photo, because cover photos are required if you're going to post a video on either Lbry TV or Bitchute. So, and those are the two places that I'm going to post this video that I'm talking about that I'm creating for DJ Chadwick. And so once I, this is kind of a lot to talk about. Good. So, once I export out of Premiere Pro and put that onto Bitchute, the DJ Chadwick video, that gets uploaded to Bitchute and Lbry TV. And then to get the cover photo, I export that out of Adobe Premiere Pro and I put that in a photo out, like a still from the video. And I take that still from the video and I import that into Adobe Lightroom CC, where I change the lighting on it to make it the photo cover for the video will look better in there than it would if it was just a cutout from Adobe Premiere as a photo for a thumbnail. You want your thumbnail to look nice, in my opinion, so I choose, or at least nicer than the video, because the video is pretty dark in most cases, my videos. So I brighten up the color a bit so that it shows kind of the more detail of what people are about to get into. If they look at the thumbnail, they'll get a better idea, and it's kind of a artsy way to change up the look each time. So I do that, and then I post it on Adobe. And then I post it on Lbry TV and also on Bitchute. And once that comes out of Bitchute, and once that stuff's on there, I also post those 30-second videos that I exported out. I post those onto Gab and Minds so that those people can see the kind of an intro. If they want to see the long form video, I tell them they can go to Lbry TV or they can go to bitchute.com to see the video. How long am I in this podcast here? All right, I got 2 more minutes. I'm trying to make it to 10. But yeah, so I got, that's kind of that strategy there. So I got that strategy there, and I also turn those photos into, I take those photos that I exported out of the Lightroom CC from Adobe, that I got originally from Premiere. I take those photos and I use them not only for thumbnails, but I create a piece of content, and I turn that image into one and I post that also on Gab and Minds.com. So it's also a photo media copy. It's a 2 pieces of media content. It's a photo and a video. Therefore, it gets posted and saved into 2 different spots, because some people enjoy looking at just photos and other people enjoy just looking at videos. So I try to make one of each type of piece of content, and that's that for that. So I think that's a good podcast for today. I think that's about, I can talk another 10 minutes about another platform now. I'm glad that this lasted longer than I thought it was, because I was thinking I was going to talk 10 minutes today and then I'd have nothing else to podcast about. But now I have more to podcast about. Anyways, this is Chadwick Eisman. Find out more at gab.com/Chadwick Eisman, minds.com/Chadwick Eisman, and bitchute.com/Chadwick Eisman. Enjoy.